I matched my, I think first round last year I was going high 1660 foots up to 167. I could have kept going. I mean,
yeah, I could hear that it was starting to hunker down near the.
Oh, it was. It was. I felt it.
Grab.
I just let off because the road is so rough. Like,
yeah, it's a bad road.
It's gotten really bad over the years. This will be interesting. I'm gonna wear out the fucking bolts. Yeah.
What bar angle change is this?
Oh, I've lost count.
I think we've done about 10 in the last week.
I would say 10 in the last month.
We've tried a lot of holes. So
But in the first year, 2 years that we had the car, maybe one or two changes. This is only happening now because 2 or 3 years ago, we were racing cars just like this. Stock floor pan, stock firewall, stock style suspension. Like, I think last weekend at Mags, how many cars that were like this? I mean, Billy's S10, the Tabors aren't really chassis cars, but like all the rest of the field is chassis cars. Like, so we're pushing these cars even harder than we ever have. Maybe it is. On today's episode 45 of Falcon Bar Angle Changes, let's try something absolutely backwards from what we've been doing.
that one, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've used it before.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the wear mark. Forward. There it is.
Yeah, try it.
I don't care, dude.
I mean, if it's too much, then we can go up the next one. But
For this weekend, I don't care if it's 300% anti-squat. Like, I don't care.
the angle is good. We're good.
Okay.
It's like the good old days. We got sandbag weights and we're going to test the OG test spot and it's like the good old days.
I love it.
At the Kent Rose Arm Drop Drags. This is 2024, the second time they've done this. We got 4 cars this weekend. We got the Supra, got the Dakota, both running daily driver.
Coming back, hey, y'all better watch out.
The Falcon S10 running small tire.
So the 2 rice boxes are going to go at it, huh?
Yeah, the 2 inline 6-cylinder. A lot of people have been wanting to see
up
this.
here, we need Phyllis.
What do you guys think?
And Thurman on the line.
Dodge Dakota.
I'm going to figure out who's got the semi-spot.
So the 2J remained king of the inline 6s.
Winners.
First of all, these are on 2 completely different planes. You got a big old turbo and Hall Tech that you can tune it. We're hard stuck with what we got.
I've been here a long time.
You've only got 1.
My 2 turbos still don't probably equal to what yours want.
You've got a
Your
big
one
tire.
does.
You've got a 315
Both on the
that
hard
thing.
tire?
You wish you could fit a big tire.
You've got a roll cage. That thing's it's got a Lexan back window.
Plexiglass. Plexiglass. Okay, Lowe's plexiglass.
It doesn't even have mufflers.
That was your job.
If we didn't cover this driver's meeting, then you're good.
Jess said no.
I said no too.
Pulled the wool over my eyes, didn't you?
Anyways.
I tried to put a race bullet on.
What are those right there?
You were supposed to have nitrous, but you slacked off, didn't you?
Yeah, it's slacked.
My prediction, Pedal
I just
Fest,
noticed this thing they got wheelie bars.
consistent, smooth.
All right, we ready?
Just don't make any
I will
mistakes.
say that thing should go right down.
Yeah.
This thing, it's questionable. I had to put a boost ramp in this thing.
You ever
guys
done
aren't
that?
able to do that.
We don't have
It's all
to.
in.
It just shifts. If it has wheel speed, it just shifts to one of our 8 gears.
I don't know. We've got a trans brake, your foot braking. If we can hook this thing, it should be a good race. If it doesn't hook, you might just
Thurman
walk away and
making
make
its
us look
turn.
stupid.
But if it does hook,
Phyllis,
look
a little bit
stupid.
cleaner on the turn.
definitely owe you some from all the times you beat up on me in the Red Nova last year.
Yeah.
Oh, it is
You running any weight in the back of that thing?
Thurman.
We didn't
Our
bring weight.
biases might be a
We
little bit better.
appreciate you.
We got a
Yeah.
full tank, 18 gallons plus 100 pounds.
Mr.
So,
Talbot. Where you
might
at?
have you there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mr. Talbot, use the winner.
All right, let's put these things in lanes. Let's go.
Weighs
3350
3350
anybody
without
to
a
think?
driver and no weight. So it's going to be sitting about 3,700.
I think.
We are 3,300 race weight.
Yeah,
So
My motor's from Japan.
That just looks south on you,
I don't know
Doug.
my motor's from
You're about to be a
American made.
It's
veteran
not.
of another
It's
war.
actually from England.
American made.
Make sure you got plenty of trans fluid.
Anybody that you want to thank
Make sure it's
or mention
overflowing out
here
the top.
today at the arm drop drags.
The moment we've all been waiting for.
$114.8.
114.
Yeah.
196, 60 foot.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do that.
Need a big single on that thing.
No, we just
Unlock
need to
two.
be able to do something with anything.
Yeah.
I went slower that time.
What would it go though?
Mile an hour.
690,
Yeah, we went a 730.
696, 114. I mean, that's a tenth off what Dad's Nova was going last year at the end and winning. So
Yeah. But more mile an hour, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we only went 109 in the Nova. That was 114.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of boost to go.
And we're back home. We wanted to race this weekend, and Mother Nature clearly had other plans. So we're back home. It's Sunday. Gorgeous weather here in Ohio, much better. We're just cleaning up after the weekend. Everything kind of got muddy. All the merch is wet and gross. And Transmission Lifter 9000 to the rescue. Looks like we got a converter. Looks like we got a transmission.
Getting ready to get ready.
Getting ready to get ready.
Have this thing fired up here soon.
And there's an engine in the truck. Looks pretty rowdy. Another 501 performance converter. Ready to convert all of our power.
All our torques.
Horse torques. Got a lot of horse torques.
Yeah. Big thank you to them guys. They had this thing together in like 2 days.
And Dion Vickers.
Yeah.
Transmission.
Vickers Transmissions, Turbo 400, 501 converter. Spec'd it out for what we're doing, and it should make good power.
And look who's here.
Should be enough to beat the Malibu.
Why are you all filthy?
I've been working outside doing yard work, but my
You work?
question,
I thought you just edit.
right? My question to you is, why in the hell are you guys using some ramshackle piece of shit transmission jack?
Whoa, whoa,
When you've
whoa,
got
whoa.
4-post
Okay, first
lifts
of all-
and a 2-post in my shop.
I do understand that, and I did try to tell Billy that, but we have the nicest transmission jacker of all time. The Transmission Lifter 9000.
You can't get too comfortable with that.
You can't get too smart either, I guess. Jiminy Christmas, that thing's gonna drop. Oh my, you're gonna drop that thing on yourself.
Look, I said we should use a 4-poster too, but that was after Billy already put it on the race ramps, and he
I
wasn't.
just want to know where all my jack stands went.
I'd like to know where all my jack stands went.
Jack stand. I went to
creepers
I went to high
and
school
hand
with him.
tools.
Dude, none of your tools are in my shop, so just quit with that.
None of my tools.
It never ends,
You can
man.
find one, I'll pay you $50.
Ow. It never ends, man.
How many $50 do you have?
Just gonna mow the grass or something.
Why don't you go fly your drone into a tree?
What's this?
I didn't bring that out here.
That's not what you said.
How your car's staying here.
$50 if you found one of my tools in your shop.
Your car's staying here with dead batteries all the time. Your fucking Malibu's burning through alternators every 10 seconds. You better have one out here. If I need to move my car out and yours is in the way.
Can we all just get along?
God,
He just keeps going. He just keeps going.
he just wants to be mad.
It's like as soon as there's a camera on, he finds an opportunity to.
He just loves being mad. Look like it's in all the way to you.
I don't know much. I mean, it's usually 3 clicks. 3-click mafia.
I think it went 3.
I think it looks like it's in there. I mean, you'll figure it out once you go to bolt it together.
Look at this thing. What is that?
It's a transmission jacker.
Show them how it works too.
Watch this. You got to help it up just a little bit, just to get it off the line here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Here we
just
go.
give her a.
Oh
You got to
my
go
God.
forward a little bit. There we go.
What kind of ramshackle shitbag thing
What
is
do you
that?
mean ramshackle?
Nice. Jeff brought this over. I'm not just gonna not use it.
Look at this.
Jeff made
And
that
transmission's in.
out of wood.
We are bolts away. It has a steel frame with some wood blocks to get it high enough to put it in the truck, all right? It's adjustable.
Why aren't we doing this on a lift with a real transmission jack?
This is how fucking C10 trucks are built.
How close are we? I can't see.
I'm pretty much.
I got a dog in my face. The best thing about building a truck is just build housing bolts. You could sniff them if you wanted to. You get your head in there. You could turn them in with your teeth.
You could sniff them.
You could literally get in there and turn them with your teeth. There's so much room in here.
Easy to work on.
You could lift Wyatt in there and he can get them.
Yeah, he could. He very well could. And the converter spins, baby.
That's good. What about that converter spacing?
Oh my god, the fucking flex plate's on backwards.
Are you serious?
I swear to God. Bucko put it on backwards. He found bolts, put the flex plate on, and was like, here, all you need to do is Loctite them now. That motherfucker. Are you f***ing kidding me, dude?
That takes 5 seconds. We just did it. All we gotta do is take your bolts out you just put in and lower it down a little bit.
Oh my God.
Uncle Code.
Yeah, he found me some bolts, which I appreciate. But he put them in and he put the thing on. He's like, all you gotta do is take them back out and Loctite them. Okay.
How do you know it's backwards? Like, what's the...
It says this side towards the engine and it's facing me.
Oh, that's great.
That's a pretty good indicator that it's on backwards, yeah.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
all digging, trying to get this shit. Hold on. Working on my back area here for a second before the sun went down.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, why?
Well, why don't you stop up here at the shop for a minute? I got a question for you.
See this side? This side must be toward engine. Yeah, it was not.
Bucko is dyslexic.
That doesn't even, that's not the same. That just means you read the letters backwards. It's not the same.
I said Bucko's dyslexic, so he couldn't see that it said this side towards engine. Chevy, why are you down here?
Bucko is dumbastic. Has nothing to do with...
He has been summoned. He has spawned.
He has spawned.
You light the fire and he spawns.
I rubbed his lamp.
He lit the fire and you just spawned.
Well, that's great because I have a whole dump truck load of shit that needs burnt. I can just dump it right on there.
Are you dyslexic?
Yeah, why?
You're also dumbastic.
Not really.
Yes, really. You put the flex plate on that engine backwards. They had the transmission up in it, ready to finish it, and they go to slide the converter forward, and guess what? The flex plate's on backwards.
Oh, oops.
Nice job.
Bucko, I thought you didn't make mistakes.
And you're like, it's on there. All you gotta do is put Loctite on them. So I was
You
like,
sure you don't have anybody else you can blame for this?
The flex plate on backwards.
Yeah.
It's a simple mistake.
He admitted it.
he did.
He admitted that he did something wrong.
Hey, that's.
It's
You should
probably
take it-
out
you
of
should-
frustration from my fucking drone being murdered.
You should take note. A man that can own when he's wrong.
Marshall Bill.
Hey, man. Hey, you're the one with the fire truck.
I put out different fires.
Yeah.
You create different
Start a
fires, like
fire
that
next
one in
to a
there.
pile of leaves that are underneath your tree.
Malpractice. Malpractice. Another malpractice.
Alright, it's called being surrounded by idiots.
You are the idiot.
Hello.
Hello. We got the 408 and the Turbo 400 down in the C10. I got to go to Jegs tomorrow and get a few parts to finish it up. Got to get a fuel tank, MSD box, some miscellaneous parts and stuff.
What MSD box are you gonna put on it?
Just a 6AL.
I got one up there in the shop.
Is it programmable?
No. You need programmable?
No, not really. I was thinking about locking the timing out at 36 and then letting it pull timing from boost with a map sensor, but I can just leave it at 28.
It's up to you. I've got an old 6AL up there at the shop you can put in.
Has the wiring been all hacked up?
What kind of question is that?
What's it out of?
I don't know. Somebody
How
give it
many
to me.
wire
check it
nuts?
They don't make the old 6AL boxes anymore, and I love them. So
Oh, it's an
anytime-
old one?
Yeah.
Chevy, stop squeaking.
Yeah, I can use it. As long as it still has the plug for the distributor,
It
it's
does.
not hacked up and shit.
No.
So all the thing really needs is like 4 wires to make it work.
Yeah. No, it'd be fine.
Power, ground, switched, and coil output.
Mm-hmm.
And
You do
the
need a
distributor. Yeah, I do need a coil.
Set of plug wires.
I need a blower hat.
You're gonna put a hat on it?
Yeah, I think so. You think I should just leave it, just the carb?
I don't know.
It's already going to be sticking up out of the hood. You got to put something.
For now, we'll just run it with just the carb, but I'd like to get a hat, as long as that doesn't make me look like a poser too much. because technically they don't need a freaking hat when they're not injected.
Well, then what are you gonna do then? You're gonna put a cowl hood on it?
Probably have to, or just not run a hood, or cut it out for the carb.
Nobody needs a hood on this. Why would you put a hood on this? I would never put a hood on this.
Because then you're gonna get water spots all over the polished stuff.
Oh, you're gonna dry out in the rain?
I mean, if it happens.
It's gonna be sweating all the time.
It's gonna be sweaty, yeah.
With that E85. That's where we're at on the C10. I should be able to have it running here pretty soon, honestly. There's not a lot to it. It's just a pretty simple setup. I think I'm gonna reuse the headers.
Are you gonna move the battery in the bed?
I probably will move the battery eventually, but for now I'm just gonna leave it there. Just for ease of wiring everything.
We're gonna replace the windshield?
Definitely need a windshield.
I've got one.
At this point, I say we just leave it. It looks kind of like dragged right out of a field.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that windshield, but
They fog up like that. I've got a brand new one that I bought for Tommy's C10 pickup.
I gotta decide if I'm gonna keep the power brakes. I might try to keep the power brakes at first. There are some vacuum ports on the back of the blower that I can use.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a couple that I plugged. So we can do that.
I mean, if it was me, I would try and take it up right here at the base of the carb here.
Yeah, I don't know if the carb has a port on the back or not.
What happens if you put nitrous? Like, what happens if you have a little nitrous plate
You can do that.
with
You
the
can
blower?
absolutely do that.
What does that do?
Well, it cools the blower down a lot, and it makes the blower make even more power. Cold air is always better.
We should probably invest some more into chassis upgrades.
Nah, I think we just put some sticky tires on it and let it break everything. Gotta get a thumbnail of it, like three-wheeling. So that's that. The engine for the Nova, I got the rods in finally. I've been waiting on parts for that thing for a while. We just now got those in, and it'll be ready to go back together hopefully by Friday. And I'll be able to test it hopefully next week for War in the Woods. That's my goal. The chassis works really good on it now. Since 10 Soldiers did the anti-roll bar, I had some good success earlier this season with it down in Florida. We won a couple races and it was doing great. I had really high expectations this year for that car. I felt like it would do pretty good anywhere, and I haven't been able to race it. It's been kind of depressing, honestly. But we've done what we can with the S10 and the Falcon this year. They've held it down, but it's getting really tough to compete when everybody in the class is, not everybody, but the class is pretty much being dominated by tube chassis, lightweight stuff anymore. Anywhere you go on a front side, it seems like that's what you find in the winner's circle or the final four. So, not having that car this year for most of the year has really hurt us. But hopefully it'll be back together soon. And the engine for the Camaro is also being finished up at Henson's right now, along with the other motor for the Nova that spun a bearing down in Florida earlier this year. So I'll hopefully have both those big blocks back, and I'll have the Camaro engine back so that 10 Soldiers can finish up the chassis work and the fabrication they need to do, because that's what they've been waiting on, is the engine for it. So my goal is to have the Nova and the Camaro next year for front side no prep, and maybe even some street racing that's fast. And me and Tommy will drive both of those, and then put the Falcon and the S10 in True Street and some street racing stuff that pops up. Because honestly, there's not a whole lot of stock chassis, stock suspension, stock floor stuff anymore in the winter circle and small tire. It's just getting really tough. And that's kind of where these cars belong now, since small tire is pretty much wide open. But, we're going to do our best to keep holding it down and, do as good as we can with them in the meantime until we get these other cars ready to go. And obviously keep improving them. Even if they're going to be in True Street, they need to keep getting faster. So we're doing the best we can, and this stuff takes time, especially when you got really exotic engines and stuff that have weird parts that are custom. So hopefully we'll be flying here soon. I'm ready to get back in the Nova. I know you're wanting to kind of drive it a little bit and see how it feels. So should be fun. Thank you guys. Appreciate you for watching. I know this wasn't a very exciting video. We did some testing with the Falcon, and we had that one race with the Supra, and we've kind of been working on this thing. I did go out and test the truck today. We might as well throw that video in there. It was slow as hell, but I wanted to see what my tune-up from Combs would go. So I basically just drove it down to the old OG test spot, which has been re-chip sealed the last couple of years. And there's no rubber at all. It's terrible, but we managed to go pretty close to what I was hoping to go at Combs. So I was pretty happy about that. I worked really hard on the tune-up and the suspension and changing so much. I wanted to see what the hell it was gonna do, you know, before I go and take it and change everything again to go fast. So we did get a little bit of data from it. We'll be ready for the next time we go down there. Appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you. We'll have this thing up going soon. We're gonna start a giveaway for it in mid-October, so be ready for that. We're gonna run it from mid-October and give it away on Christmas. And it should be a really badass truck. I'm excited to see what it can do.
Be pretty cool to do a trunk or treat in this thing, huh? In October.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Do a little street racing with it. Maybe see if we can get some grudge races with it. I know Molly was talking about wanting to race it in her Supra. I told her I was gonna fry her rice. She said that I've already been fried, so her Supra fried me. Literally.
Anyways, you know, a terrible disappointment.